Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. We have from 1873 5% alcohol, certified kosher, Coors Banquet beer with high mountain barley. And Lions. This 473 milliliter can it says beer, and it's 147 calories, and it's best by June 24th of 2019. And it cost me $4.53 plus tax for the 6-pack. Busch beer, brewed in the USA. All right. What is it? 114 calories. It's pretty low. May 20th, 2019. All right. Introduced in 1955. Curiously, right at the same time that they decided to try to make Budweiser Stadium, because Anheuser-Busch had bought the St. Louis Cardinals, and so they wanted to have Budweiser Stadium at Sportsman's Park, and made the National League, the National League of American Baseball Clubs, of Professional Baseball Clubs, says, nah, they didn't like that idea too much, having Budweiser Stadium. So hold on. Hello. Okay, thank you. I'm doing a live taste challenge right now, so that's all right. Thanks. All right, good news. He was calling to tell me that my team was winning 5-1. Southeastern Louisiana baseball, 5-1 over Nicholls State University. Anyway, so we'll pour the course. So when they got the team, one of the first things they want to do is rename the ballpark Budweiser Stadium at Sportsman's Park. And so the National League was saying, we don't know about naming stadiums after beer brands. So wanted to put those in the fridge so they'd stay cold. So all of a sudden he decided to name it Busch Memorial Stadium in honor of his father, I think it was, or the original Busch Memorial Stadium. And the same exact year Busch beer came out, and it was sold at the stadium. How about that? And I went to the ballpark a few years ago, and there was a big pint can of Busch beer at Busch Stadium. The modern Busch Stadium, there's been 3. The 1955, well, that was built way before 55. But the 1955 naming of Sportsman's Park, then the second Busch Stadium in 1966, and the third Busch Stadium in 2006. And that can of Busch, that pint can, was only $9. Now that's a good deal, right? Only $9 for one single can of Busch. How about that? Now this 12-pack was $8.98. So the Busch beer is more expensive than the Coors. Around here, it's more popular than Coors Banquet too. Now Ronnie S. up in Long Island, New York, he was telling me it's not really popular up here. You can find Busch, but he doesn't know anybody that drinks it. You can get Coors beer here, Banquet, at the gas station, the grocery store, not in any bar or restaurant that I'm aware of. If you say I want Coors, you know you're going to get Coors Light. But Busch is very popular. You're not going to get Busch at a restaurant or bar either, I don't think. But every store and gas station, every bottle size and can size. The Coors Banquet you can find in 12-ounce bottles. That's it. No big bottles. Okay. One of these is a little darker than the other, but they both just gold, you know. Will I be able to tell them apart? I'm pretty sure. I knew somebody was going to call me once I started. I just knew it. That smells like Coors, man. This one's lighter looking too. When I look down at it, it's got that little green tint, that little Anheuser-Busch green tint. There's no way that's not Busch. It's got that Busch smell, that grain. It's like grain in the Midwest. And until 1979, Busch beer was only made for the Midwestern states. Then in 79, it went national. Austin Harper says Busch. Christian Living says, what's up, dude? What you drinking, bro? Busch and Coors. Refer to me as Chris. That's my name. Oh, okay. Well, I was going by your channel name, Chris. All right. It's got that little sour note. That's got to be Busch. Got to be Busch. Got to be Busch. And that's got to be Coors. Let's taste it. And I'm wearing a neutral hat. Neutral cap. Neutral cap. Because I'm neutral. Sweet, corn, kind of basic. Well, that has a little banana note like you get with Keystone Ice. Because you know that Keystone Ice is made by Coors Brewing Company, as it very clearly says on the label. Oh. Now you think 5%, 4.3, this should be a snap. I'm drinking Mickey's. I'm buzzed. Cheers, dude. No, you hadn't been. You're not buzzed. All right. Whoa. Mickey's. I ought to do it. Jean-Pierre says, hey, Jay, listening to it while driving. I like both. I think Coors Banquet is better and I can get it cheaper per ounce here. But now I got to do the taste challenge. I got to be fair, right? Yeah. It's very dry. Very dry. Very dry. And whose beers? Which company's beers are very dry? Oh, so very dry. You know, like Bud Light dry, Budweiser dry, Busch dry. I don't mean that's the name of the brand. I just mean that's how they taste. So if Budweiser is dry as it is, like Brut champagne, no, or even the drier type of champagne. What's the one that's really dry? Can you imagine how dry Bud Dry used to be? Oh, excuse me. It's so ironic that the people who hate the macros are running left and right to go get a hold of Brut IPAs when they have so much commonality, so much. They're so similar to the dry lagers that you got 20 years ago. They're a little more fruity because they're ales, but you know, they're so similar and their body's light. And they're like, well, this IPA, this is the craft beer company talking, this IPA is light and crisp. And I'm like, oh, let's see, where did we see that before? Light, crisp, refreshing. I think it was from some big imperial stouts? No. Was it from a lot of craft beers? No. Oh, it was the macros all those years. And all the people that said they hated light, fizzy, crisp stuff because only dumb, stupid, idiot, moron, imbecile people drank light, fizzy stuff. They're the ones drinking the light, fizzy stuff now. But since it's a brute IPA, it's okay. All right. If I were to take a tequila, I'd be super drunk. Well, don't do it. I'm begging you not to. You might want to stop drinking now. That's got to be Busch. That's got to be Busch. You know why? Because it tastes just like Busch. Now, the aroma got me thrown off. The phone call discombobulated me. I like to be concentrating, you know. Almost turned the phone off when I started. Oh, there's no doubt. That's Busch. This is Coors. That's it. I prefer Coors. I like the dry Busch. It's a little too light. Now, when it was 5%, 4.9, I think the last time I was really drinking it was 4.8. That was perfect. 4.8. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why did they ever decide to drop it to 4.3? This I'll never know. But there must be some reasoning behind it. Has it hurt the sales? Doesn't seem to. Everywhere I turn in Louisiana, I turn to my left, 30 packs of Busch. I turn to my right, 30 packs of Busch. I turn to my left, a quart bottle of Busch. I turn to my right, another quart bottle of Busch. Pint cans, 12-ounce cans. It's all around us. All around us. The Busch is all around us. What about Busch Light? It's got a little following in Louisiana. Not a big one, a little one. They pulled the bottles of Busch Light because they said they weren't selling. The bulk merchandiser told me, yeah, you heard they got rid of Busch Light. I said, what are you talking about? Oh, they canceled it. I said, what are you talking about? Well, they canceled bottles. I said, no, they probably just got rid of bottles from this region because they weren't selling. He said, oh, yeah, maybe that was it. Because there was the can still on the shelf, fresh as ever. I don't understand that. Okay. Must have been a wreck. I hope they're okay. Super dry. That's got to be Busch. I'm calling it Busch. I hope I put them in the right glasses because I got distracted. It says Coors. That can't be right. I must have poured the wrong thing in the wrong glass. I appreciate you going live. I'm always looking for dudes drinking while I'm drinking. Thanks, dude. My dad used to say that. People that drink and hate to be around people that aren't drinking. I think this got screwed up. I'm getting that corn, that sugary taste. Let me start over. I'm very absent-minded, you see, so I could easily get these screwed up by getting distracted. Which beer is lighter in terms of a lager, Busch or Rolling Rock? Busch is 4.3 and less calories. Rolling Rock is 4.4. I saw some good prices of Rolling Rock the other day. Well, pretty good price. $8.99 for a 12-pack. That wasn't terrible. Okay, I'm going to do this right this time. I'm telling you. I ought to delete this video and start over, but I don't like to do that. That's like cheating. Okay, B, Busch. Okay, I think I know what I did. Now, if I get this one wrong, oh, that sounds really bad. That's right there on US 61. It's got to be. I don't know. It sounds like they're going back to the interstate, going north to I-10. You usually have a lot of bad wrecks by 61 and 51, where 61 and 51 come together. All kind of wrecks. Which really makes no sense to me because there's lights. It's clear. Turn. Don't turn. You know, turn right on red unless there's traffic coming. The arrow says green. Go. You know, I don't know why that intersection between 61 and 51 would cause all these wrecks, but for some reason, because we got U.S. Highway 51. It runs from Memphis down to here and intersects 61. 61 runs from St. Paul, Minnesota, down through St. Louis and to Memphis, and then it goes down to New Orleans. So you got a lot of traffic on those roads. Then right north of here, you got 55, Interstate 55 coming from St. Louis, and then it goes on to Chicago. And then it's intersecting 10, which is going from Los Angeles, Santa Monica, California, Los Angeles to Jacksonville, Florida. So there's all this crisscrossing, see? And, oh, wait, what am I thinking? Of course they got to have wrecks. People are all on their cell phones. I'm sorry. I was thinking people were looking at the road. Forgot about that. They don't look at the road. Every time I'm looking around, they're on their phone looking at probably Facebook. Oh, look. Look at her. I knew that little bee had an attitude. Now they calling her out on Facebook. Yeah, worry about that. Yeah, let's worry about that. That trick thinks she look good in a bikini. Everybody knows she's cheating on him. Because that's important. You know, looking at the road. I mean, why would you want to look at the highway when you're driving? I mean, for real. And you say, well, I'm telling the police. I'm telling the police. Yeah, they're all looking at their phones. You ever go to an NBA game or a college basketball game and see the security, all the sheriff's deputies, they're all on their phone. I mean, why would they notice anything going on? Okay, because they're all addicted to their phones. People are addicted to their phones. They're insane. They're sick. I mean, I go and everywhere I look, they're all on their phones, and that's all they do. You go to a baseball game, they're all doing this. Then they'll look up. Yay! I don't know why you caught me. You want to watch. You could have stayed at home and watched highlights. Or watching you while driving, says Roscoe. Well, I hope they're not watching me while driving, maybe listening like the radio, but don't watch me. Which beer is like, oh, here I said that. Chris says, laugh out loud. I'm getting it right this time. I'm telling you, I got distracted and put them in the wrong thing. But if I get them wrong now, I'm gonna eat my own words. I'm gonna say I didn't know. Well, I'm gonna feel very played and hurt if I can't tell Schlitz. What am I talking about, Schlitz? If I can't tell Coors from Busch. Okay, now this smells very sweet corn. And it's that yeast, that banana yeast, that Belgian yeast David's always talking about. But I don't know, this has that too. What's going on? I feel like that girl in that movie, Poltergeist. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm about to go jump in that pool with no water. But I bet you I'm not going in the bedroom with all those toys flying around. The TV people? Uh-huh. I don't know. This is tricky. I thought, this is how overconfidence can really put you in a, man, it can get you. Golly. It's ironic how social media and social networks have made society less and less social, right? Says Sotaly Tober. Right. Social media makes society less social. Oxymoron. It's probably designed by that, some nefarious conspiratorial design. Chris says, being drunk with tequila is different than with beer, bro. I don't like tequila's taste, but the effects is what I'm looking for. Yeah, that sounds kind of like a drug addiction. I've never tasted tequila. All right. Now that tastes like Busch. Now I'm serious. Now this is getting silly. That tastes like Busch. That tastes like corn. That tastes dry. That's just what I tasted a little while ago when I got I think I put the labels wrong. No, it's not because I didn't get enough sleep. No, it's not because I'm disoriented. No, it's not because I take medicine, which I take medicine to help me remember things, but then I can't remember to take the medicine. All right. No, it's just kidding. No, it's not. It's not for any of those things. It's just that I get distracted and then I don't do the process right. Look how you can see the Busch is lighter, the Coors is darker. And better. It's more banana-ish. It's better. Coors is better. I'm sorry. Coors is better. Do I hate Busch? No. Now, Ronnie doesn't like it. Ronnie S says, oh, I don't like that stuff. Blah, blah. But I was thinking to myself, Ronnie. You need to explore Busch more. You need to drink it more. Give it a second chance. And if you still hate it, then don't drink it. But you might start to like Busch. Busch has a lot of little intricate qualities that at first glance you may not enjoy. But in second and third glance, it's like the old Schaefer's commercials. They're saying the first time you drink Schaefer, like if you read the commercial carefully, if you watch the television commercial carefully, they're saying this. The first time you drank Schaefer, it ain't that good. It's not the first sampling that makes it worthwhile, because that basically ain't that enjoyable. It's the second and the third that Schaefer starts to show its true form. And that's what makes Schaefer the one beer to have when you're having more than one. And that's the Schaefer tagline, the old Schaefer tagline. I used to get Schaefer. I would get the Weekender, that big suitcase, 24 cans for $7.98. You heard me right. That 24 can case for $7.98 in 1998. The Weekender, they called it. And that was their tagline. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. And so basically they were saying the first time you drink it, may not be that good. But if you keep drinking a can and then another can, and then another can, it'll really shine. I have the Schaefer bottle right there. I wrote to the company one time, hey man, where can I get Schaefer in bottles? Oh, we're sorry to say we don't sell it in bottles anymore. Oh, sad to hear that. A year later, and there's a bottle. Okay. The company don't even know what they make. I've said that for years. Pabst doesn't even know what their own portfolio is. In other words, they got products out there that they may not know that they exist. It's like you write to Pabst. Man, I'd love to get some more Big Bear malt liquor. Oh, we haven't made that since 2011. Then you might go in a store and see a fresh bottle of Big Bear or Iceman malt liquor or Cokie 900. And you're like, oh, I thought they didn't make it anymore. They don't know. They keep their records in a shoebox. You probably grabbed the wrong card. You're good, dude, bro. You are awesome. Drink up, says Chris. Get a new car with lane assist, smart cruise control, semi self-driving, and you van drive nonstop to Chicago, says Roscoe. Yeah, it's basically what it's coming to. It'd be like the Jetsons, except it'll be 50 years later than it was supposed to be. Because when I was growing up, they were saying in the year 2000. And then the year 2000 came, and I was like, well, this is not really that good of technology. This technology is vastly inferior to the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. What's going on around here? Well, because they overplayed it, you know, didn't come as fast as they thought. Although strangely, if you watch the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968, they got computer graphics that we were able to get around 2011. You know, like 3D graphics, you know. But of course, the United States government was involved in the production of 2001: A Space Odyssey to help promote the space program, so that might have had something to do with it. And maybe their technology was way ahead of what they wanted people to know about. All right, anyway, and all of that. This is so dry. This must be Busch, and I think I did it right this time. And I love Schaefer, and it breaks my heart that I can't get it. And that is a unique beer. My friend David said, Schaefer, oh, that stuff's no good. And I looked at him with a bad look. I was like, what happened? And I said, you need to get some Schaefer, but of course I couldn't bring it to him. All right, here we go. Busch, please be Busch, because if not, I'm really going to be dismayed in this afternoon session. Coors, uh-oh. Well, well, it's been nice doing a channel for 9 years, but everything must come to an end. And I guess this is the day when it comes crashing down. All things must come crashing down. Heck, even the Beatles broke up. They made a song called We Can Work It Out, but then they couldn't work it out. Huh. Bizarre. Let's think of an excuse. Oh, I cut the grass today. You see the subtle interaction of the grass clippings with the air got me in a different umami, so I wasn't able to tell them apart. I'm using craft beer terminology. So I wasn't able to understand the savory aspects of the two American adjunct lagers, so I got them confused. Therefore, what initially seemed to be incorrect was actually quite correct. But yet, twice I did it, and I got it wrong. So, well, what do you do when you're live and you've gotten it wrong? Yeah. And then you jibber jabbered, bragging your head off about how it's going to be no contest. Well, I guess I'll just get off the air and go lay in a corner somewhere. I got a lot of thinking to do. Got a lot of things I got to work out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to get it, figure it out, but I did core. Okay, so on April 20th, 2019, I did Coors Banquet versus Busch. I thought it would be the easiest taste challenge ever. Well, I mean, I guess if I did KBS versus Busch, it would be kind of easy. And I did the taste challenge and I couldn't get it right. And I feel terrible, you know. I mean, I did earlier today, I did the doggone Gibson's Finest Rare Canadian Blended Whiskey versus Heir to the Throne. And that was a bad one because I was saying to myself in my mind, not on air, but I was saying to myself, oh man, there's a weird alcohol flavor, like a rubbing alcohol flavor with this one on my right. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not saying it, I'm thinking. I should have said it that way I could prove it, you know, because you could say you're just lying, you know, you're just making that up. No, I need to start saying it out loud. So I'm thinking, man, maybe that's the Heir to the Throne. That's some weird brand anyway. Nobody ever heard of it. It might present those strange rubbing alcohol notes. But then I kept tasting it and like, no, you're probably wrong. You need to second guess yourself. Don't go with your first impulse, which is a bad mistake. So then I went through it. I said, okay, all right. Well, maybe this is the Gibsons. And then, of course, catastrophic failure. I was wrong. On the other hand, most viewers might say, well, when you look at it, though, in the big picture, who the hell cares if you got Gibson's right or wrong from Heir to the Throne, since nobody can get Heir to the Throne anyway? You can't access it. No one can get it. You did a video that has no purpose, no meaning. You did a whiskey nobody can find. You should have mothballed it. You could sell it in 30 years for $200. Yeah, I'm just going to drink it. BT4K said third time's a charm. Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't get over this. I mean, I'm so flabbergasted. I was having a good day. Beautiful weather. Look at the weather. All sunny. You can hear the man. He's well, he does that constantly anyway because he's mad. He's insane. But he's blowing off the grass, even though there's no grass there. But he's, got the blower. Blue skies. Das Vidanya. And dry air, which we only get 40 days a year. And here I am sitting at my house, all relaxed, no work today. And I'm getting it wrong. Can't even tell Busch beer from Coors, which is, it's terrible, horrible. I lay in bed at night and I think, oh, well, tomorrow is a different day. And I know that the Busch versus Coors is going to be an abject travesty. It'll be so easy. It'll be, well, I couldn't even snap her. It'll be just simple. It'll be no kind of taste challenge. I ought to not even call it a challenge. And here I am twice in a row and I'm getting it wrong. And I'm trying to say, oh, I got it in the wrong glass. I had the labels mixed up. But no, I can't say that. I could blame my father for calling me, but no. By golly, I just can't get over it. And now tomorrow we're doing Stout Sunday. Yeah, I have a stout. I'm going to do a solo review of it, and then I'll save the rest to write a written review, and then I'll save the rest of it on the yeah, that's what it says. B is Busch. B is not C, Coors. And I have Mackeson's Triple X Stout, milk stout. So that's pretty cool. And then I got the KBS. I got to figure out what to do with the KBS. I mean, that was kind of an impulse buy because, I mean, I saw a 4-pack for $16.49 yesterday, and I said, I was like, $16.49. I'm going to buy it just to show everybody I got it for $16.49. You know what I mean? Blind reviews are tough, says Raining on Your Parade. Blind reviews are tough. I think Average Joe does a good job. Yes, I've seen some of his. I watch his channel. I'm subscribed to his channel, and I make comments all the time. I don't think he watches mine. I think he tolerates me, but well, what can you do? I mean, I watched it. I'm a viewer. I'm mostly a viewer. So if I watch people's channel and I comment and they respond, I'm happy. If they don't, after a while, I just stop commenting. Because I'm like, they're not gonna respond. But I try to make it like this big happy beer community. Everybody's gonna hang out and like each other's beers, but everybody doesn't do that because they'll be like, well, you said this about Trump, and I'm like, I don't know why that matters. I thought it was about beer, but maybe I was confused. Maybe it's not about beer. It's some personal stuff. But my mind, my thinking is kind of juvenile. I'm 51 years old and I'm thinking like a juvenile because I'm thinking like, well, if we all like trying different beer brands, then we should all get together and talk about what we thought about the beer brands. And why should you be like fixated on somebody's political beliefs? You don't even know the person. And I said that in another rant video. I was like, don't you understand? I don't know you. Okay, I don't know you. We're not friends. We don't hang out together. But you do beer reviews, so I'm like commenting, because you went on the internet and you don't know me, but you're commenting, So that was my like sort of innocence 9 years ago. 10 years ago, really. But other people have corrected me. No, you're wrong. It's not about the beer. It's politics and religion, because you can't talk about it with this person because you don't agree on politics and religion. See, that's what it's all about. It's not about beer. It's much deeper than that. So I'm thinking, oh, I mean, maybe if you were roommates, it might matter. But although I had a roommate in college, we would argue all day long about politics. We still stayed roommates. We got along like a champ, you know. But oh, it's strange. I'm still here, bro, but I'm not that drunk. Anything you do, bro, I enjoy your reviews, brother. Glad you're not that drunk. Although I think you're. All right, BT4K. So I like Busch, but I never had Coors Banquet. If they have similar tastes, I have to try some Coors. No, I would have said, oh, no. They don't have the same taste. But now I feel really disciplined, you know, like I've been, I don't know, chastised to some extent. But yet I have to defend my own. I have to defend myself, because what did I say on the whiskey reviews? And I think it carries over to beer and wine. I said, look, you have to watch out, because one, oh man, it's incredible. Hold on, let me tell him I'm gonna call him back. Hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm doing a live hangout, but I'm gonna call you back. I'll call you back soon. All right, bye. So like I said, if you do one brand, now this is very important, and a lot of people don't want to talk about these important things. So let's say you pick one brand. I don't care what brand. Let's say Schlitz beer. Okay. All right. Schlitz. You say, I did Schlitz. It tastes like blah, 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 blah. Or a craft beer. I did a Duck Rabbit Milk Stout. I did Duck Rabbit Milk Stout. Okay. Duck Rabbit Milk Stout has this definitive flavor. Blah, 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 all down the line. Okay. And I say to you, oh, well, when did you drink that? Oh, I did 2 reviews. Oh, okay. And I'll say, well, did you do those in a taste challenge ever? Oh, no, I just drank them in isolation. Oh, drank them in isolation. So this is a very important thing. You can drink any beer, wine, liquor, doesn't matter. Gin, could be gin, could be whiskey, rum. I don't care. I've had the same experience, and it keeps going on, so it's got to be correct. Well, I hadn't done wine taste challenges, but that would be a good idea. So you do, oh, I drank all these things in isolation. Oh, that's good. Now you start doing taste challenges. Mellow Martian said, hey, you went live. I've been going live for years, but I appreciate you watching. So here's the important part of this video. You take something, or let's say Coors, you drank it in isolation. Oh, this is a bad example because I know what people are going to say. Ah, that's fizzy yellow stuff. They all taste the same. See, so they kind of got you there, even though it's not true. So you take a rum brand, Bacardi Gold, let's say, drink it in isolation. Oh, yeah, it has all these definitive flavors, like the Duck Rabbit Milk Stout. Okay, good. But now you start putting it in taste challenges. This versus that, this versus that. By golly, I'll tell you right now, and I'm serious about that, and it has nothing to do with sipping water in between. I know what people are going to say. You need to sip water between each sip. Okay, look, I'm not going to sit here and sip water between each sip. I know what I'm tasting. All right. Different brands of beer, wine, and liquor will offset another brand. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? And they'll make them taste different. I don't care what people are telling you. Sit down, get the glasses, do the blind taste test, mix them up, however you got to do it. Get an assistant. If you have a wife, girlfriend, a child, a grandfather, it don't matter. Get them to mix it up. Leave the room, come back in, whatever you got to do. And I'm telling you, these different brands will make things taste different. Now, common sense, you want to do similar things. If you're going to do a brown beer, like a dark beer, yeah, you know, you're not going to do a brown beer against a ultra light. I mean, you know, it still might affect it, but it's not going to be profound. Or you take the Canadian whiskey, you say, oh, drink it in isolation. It really tastes like these things I talked about. That's good. Put it in a taste challenge against another Canadian whiskey. It could throw the whole thing out of whack. Discombobulate the whole process. I'm telling you that. I've done this enough for 2, 3, 4 years. You think you know, but you don't know. However, if you do it, you might know. And I'm going to stick with that because I have been well corrected over the years, going through this process and drinking one thing and thinking I have it nailed, like I'm a big expert. I've been doing videos since 2010. I know everything, man. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, do a taste challenge with these 2 beers. Oh, what happened? I'm embarrassed. I was on the internet. I got it wrong. Let me hurry up and delete my video before too many people see it. Well, I'm not doing that. The video's staying up. Now, tomorrow I could do, well, I don't have another can and I ain't going to buy another 12-pack. But I could do Busch beer against Michelob. Could be a whole different experience. You know what I mean? Oh, I know you have been going live for years, man. I just commented on the video earlier suggesting you went live today and you did. Nice. Oh, okay. I didn't understand what you meant. Yeah, so I feel embarrassed in a way because I was so overconfident. You know, you're overconfident. But oh well, it happens, you know. So what's the next beer taste challenge? I think it's going to be that's a good question. I think it's going to be Michelob versus well, I'm going to ask y'all right now, and then whatever y'all decide before I go off the air, we'll do it. Doesn't matter to me. I think it's going to be Michelob Original Lager versus Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yes. But if you want to see a brown ale versus a brown lager, now you're saying, oh no, ale lager, that's cross-lining. You can't cross-line. I understand that. But I'm saying these are mass-produced brown beers. Newcastle, the Lagunitas 4.7 versus Michelob Amberbach 5.1, mass-produced, made with adjuncts. The Newcastle, I don't know if they use adjuncts because if you read the website carefully, all they say is what they do use. Nowhere in the website do they say we only use these ingredients. They say it's made with this wonderful barley malt and the Cascade hops and the Chinook hops and the toasted malt. But notice that they don't say only with that. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot I was looking at the Heineken USA website earlier today. They don't use corn or rice. Okay, but you know, there's a lot of similarities between the Newcastle Brown Ale Lagunitas and the Michelob Amberbach Anheuser-Busch InBev. So if you want to see that taste challenge, I'll do it, even though it's kind of like cross-styling, you know, but even though they're kind of like common mass-produced brown beers, I'll do it. Because even though one is top fermented and one's bottom fermented, I think they have a lot in common, really. And or if you'd rather see Schlitz versus Michelob, I'm sorry, Pabst Blue Ribbon versus Michelob, I'll do that one tomorrow. So it's all up to you. You vote now. I will be quiet for 30 seconds. Sean H. Pierce says, how about Yingling? Sean Pierce says, how about Yingling Traditional versus Michelob Lager? Well, that's a good That's a very good idea, actually. But I've just got so much lined up as it is now. I don't think I could fit it in. If you looked at my refrigerator, you'd say, Jean, if you looked at my refrigerator, you'd be like, bro, you need to dial it back. You know, things are getting out of hand. And I'd say, well, I mean, I told you to look, you know. Tim's Bruce says, oh, no. Miller Martian says, Michelob versus Busch. Well, I can't because this is the last can of Busch, and I'm not going to buy another 12-pack. Raining on Your Parade says, nobody cares, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. They don't care about my channel, Raining on Your Parade. I'm like Lonely Cowboy Bill. I'm going to buy a rodeo. Lonely Cowboy Bill. He bought a rodeo. Well, that's what Lou Reed said. All right. Anyway, that's fizzy. Mellow Martian says, I love this channel, man. I love you, man. All right. Well, like Lou Reed said in 1973, how do you think it feels when you've been up for 5 straight days? Listen, babe. No, Archie Bunker says, make a separate channel for history streams. Well, I have a separate channel called Anti-War, but I don't do much with that channel. That's an overflow channel. Oh, I'm going to do another history video about World War II coming up. I think you and Massive Matt should give up on the blind reviews, says Raining on Your Parade. What? Why do you think we should give up on the blind reviews? I can't give up on blind reviews. Why do you think we should give up on blind reviews? Why do you say that? If I didn't do taste challenges, people would go crazy, including me. Yes, Ronald, I mean, Jerry Fort, the beer review guy's awesome, but like you, brother, I like Jerry. If I look at your fridge, I would say, give me half of what you got, says Jean-Pierre. Yeah, and Jean, I will give you some of that extra sharp cheddar cheese. Raining on Your Parade says, you're always getting it wrong. No, I'm not always getting it wrong. Some of these people do one taste challenge a month. I'm doing 7 to 10 a week. 7 to 10 a week. If you do that many taste challenges and you do it honestly, now there's the caveat, there's no way you're not going to get some wrong. You're going to get them wrong. Now, I know there might be people out there that claim, I'm going to always get it right because I'm the master. I'm the sensei. You know, I'm never going to get it wrong. Well, okay, where's your channel? Why aren't you doing videos? Oh, well, I've got an important job. I can't appear live on the internet. Okay, why are you even commenting then? I was on a New Year's Eve live stream watching Special K, and I asked them if they knew you and that you were my favorite beer reviewer. They said, you're the beer OG, and you inspired them. You like them? Yes, I watch their videos constantly. I always watch Special K in Kentucky. I comment. I don't get many responses, just saying. But I always comment, always watch. I've been a subscriber for years. But like I said, I'm more of a viewer than a video producer. I make videos, it's true. I have a channel, it's true, but I'm more of a viewer. First thing I do in the morning after I read the Bible and drink coffee is I get on there and see my subscriptions start putting watch later, start clicking them off, and I'm watching them, boy. You say, what a life. Hey, well, you know, it's my life. I do what I want. You do what you want. If you get angry because I watch a lot of beer reviews, well, I'm sorry. Hate to burst your bubble. I've only been doing that for 9 straight years. All right. Well, I'm a little disappointed. Like, you know, like, no, it's not like. It's not a simile. It's a fact. I was wrong, and I can't play it off, and I can't cover for it or try to ameliorate it. You know, I can't ameliorate it. I just have to accept it as it is. I got it wrong. So, oh, I don't bet. I don't gamble. I'm not a gambler, but I would have put money on that. If you'd have said you're going to get Busch wrong, you're going to get Busch Coors wrong, I'd have pulled out a $20 bill and say, "Bam, bet." You know, let's put some money down because there's no way that will happen. That's an impossibility. Such a thing cannot occur. But it happened. I do the same thing you do. It sounds like, yeah, I watch these, you know. Now, some people, I don't comment on their videos because they won't respond. They're not going to respond. They're not. And then some of them will curse me, you know. Hey, you know, be like, blank, blank, you. Stop watching my blanking videos, you blank, blank. And I'm like, wow, okay. Mellow Martian says, what's your number one favorite regular beer over them all, over all the regular beers? Well, let's think about that. That depends how you look at it and what do you call a regular beer? Because some people would call something like Pilsner Urquell a regular beer. If we called Pilsner Urquell a regular beer, it would obviously be number one. But other people would say, oh, come on, that's a very high quality European Pilsner, the original Pilsner. That is not a regular beer. So I would say, yeah, you're right. So regular beer, you mean from America or from the whole world? You see, it becomes complicated. If it's from America, the United States, my favorite regular beer would be, probably be, see, I don't know what you mean by regular beer though, because I'm looking at, I almost said Red Dog. Can't get that anymore. Probably be my favorite regular beer. Man, I don't know. I mean American beer, like at the gas station. Okay. Probably be. I can't get this beer anyway, so I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. My favorite regular beer that you can get at a regular store. Be well, it's going to come down. I don't know. I can't answer that question really, but I'm going to say maybe Pearl beer. Might be Pearl Lager, but try finding it. But that makes sense because Pabst makes sure nobody can get their best stuff. Why would you want people to get their best stuff? I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. But I think really it might just have to be my favorite regular beer. Might just have to be. You can get it in a gas station, assuming you go to the right gas station. It probably would have to be favorite regular beer. Favorite regular beer. Probably be the Bull, the Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull. It's a serious product, but yet you can't get it. So it's a travesty. All right. Anyway, well, I got my friend David going into like special research to try to find Schlitz malt liquor bull. He's like, I did some searching around. He said, what I found out, they got this place in Hammond, Louisiana. You go down there and they got Schlitz malt liquor bull. It's like, I told him, I said, I'd be kind of scared to go in that place. It's kind of a dodgy, scary place. You know, dodgy, like they say in England. It's kind of a scary place. I haven't gotten Pearl in my area in North Alabama. My favorite regular beer would have to be Miller High Life. Oh, well, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Yes. If you'd asked me that question in 2005, before Katrina, I'd have said Dixie. Or I'd have very easily answered that question. I'd have said Dixie beer from New Orleans. That was my favorite regular beer, without question. It was $3.99 a six-pack. I bought Dixie beer all the time. I went to the brewery in July 2005. They showed me around the brewery. It was fantastic. There would have been no question. Dixie since 1907. Then Katrina hit, and well, you know, things got real screwed up. So I don't even like to think. That's like I can't. I don't even like to think about that. Like the whole, I just. All right. Anyway, I don't even want to deal with that right now. I don't want to deal with it ever. You know, like mentally, I don't want to like, oh, what happened? Well, that's part of life, I guess. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this video production, and get ready because tomorrow we got another taste challenge.